Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So starting off with Euro USD, nothing really going on. Public holiday yesterday, and you can see tail to the downside, big tail to the upside. No real direction. And yeah, I'm going to just add 2 levels here to the upside. And that is pretty much the area that I'm paying attention to. So it's 104455. And then 104699. So that's the areas that we're paying attention to on the upside. You can see on the hour we are still very much in a downtrend. So nothing really concrete on the hour. So this is the first thing to pay attention to. That's 104455. So a rejection there. There is an opportunity for another move to the downside. But I think for me, the better bet is to wait for a break here. So this is looking like a little head and shoulders forming. There's a shoulder, head, shoulder. So break and retest of 104.182 gives us a move 468 points, probably down to the structure here. That's pretty much what I would do. I'm looking for a move down to 103831, and we're looking to take profit there. So that's kind of just to go with the trend, which is down. Sorry, just before we go to the next level, if we start breaking above the highs of yesterday, then you're looking for a pullback, find support, and then you're looking for an opportunity to be long, and you're targeting these areas, these tails here, these fractals. Moving on to US dollar Japanese yen, pretty much all over the place. And it's pretty clear that we are hovering in a range of sorts at the moment. Nothing really to write home about with what we see. And we've got a gap up at the moment. So at the moment, with the crossover, the moving averages, what I'd be looking for, not with that one. So what I'd be looking for is either a pullback to close a gap. So I'd be looking for price to come back and find some support here, and there's a little level just below it. So if we can find support at 135545, or alternatively 135710, so I'm looking for price to come back, build base here, give us some price action, which would be inside bar, engulfing bars, or pin bars on one of these 2 levels. That would give me the opportunity to buy into this, and I'd be looking for a move back to the top of the range, which is at 136,700. So that's kind of the view at the moment. Not looking to jump in long here. Look at the oscillators. I want the oscillators to ease off a bit, and I want to see us come back onto structure for a move to the upside. And this is a pretty well structured setup, because this area here is consolidation. That's Friday and yesterday. And we've broken above the consolidation, so now I want to retest that consolidation, close the gap, and then a move back to the upside. Moving on to British pound, Japanese yen. It does look like we have broken through last week. We broke through the structure that we are now testing at the moment, which is right over here. Right now, price is above it, but if we drop down to the hour, you'll see we do have a potential gap here as well. So if we can hold this structure, you can see if you look to the left, there's a structure. If we can hold this area and we get a crossover and we're staying above the 155, that is a potential move to the upside. Personally, I think this has been a move down, then big acceleration to the downside. So it was kind of like a controlled channel move down, then all of a sudden we had all this chaos, and now we've sort of pulled down. So big down, big up, big confusion. It's not something that we really want to be jumping in on. But looking at the price action at the moment, we've got an inside bar here. There's no real structure that's coming off. But I would suspect at least a gap close. If we start dropping let me just put this other level in, because it's going to be wiser to do that. So we'd need to see a break of 164.078, and that's going to break there's a bit of a flag forming here. So break of that, retest of this zone, then you're looking for a continuation of this bigger move to the downside. So pay attention here. This could be an area of rejection. Might be well worth paying attention to this on the 15-minute. And then what you're going to be looking to do is just get your 15-minute fractal. So there you can see is the upper end of this, and that's where we're flirting with at the moment. So I'd want to see a rejection of this level, not something like that. I want to see clear pin bar on this level, or sort of an inside bar, engulfing bar right on the level. That would convince me that we have an opportunity to the downside. And the first level is going to be 164076. Drop below that, then we can switch back to the hour, and this should continue to the downside quite aggressively, I would say. I think you're probably going to have the equivalent to this move that we had over the last couple of days to the downside. And if I put that into perspective, potential move back down to 158.229. A bit of diversions brewing here on the weekly as well. So pay very careful attention to a strong weekly uptrend, but even a move down to here is going to be still part of the weekly trend. That to me would be a half decent area for buying. Lastly, moving on to Euro British Pound. Megaphone formation I showed you yesterday. Oscillators grouped to the middle on the 8 hour. Nothing going on here. Move to the 1 hour, and you can see even less going on here with the July 4th holiday yesterday. I think right now 15 minutes is your trade, and you can see why I'm saying that. There is your range. It's been going on for a little bit longer than 20 bars, so that is always an issue. It's kind of a coin toss of which way it's going to go. Break to the downside, so 086093, break out to the downside, your stop is above the range and you're looking for a short. Break to the upside, on the retest you are long. And you can see between the moving averages in the range, this is a clear range, Bollinger Squeeze, something's about to happen. So it's either going to break up or down, and the idea is you want to be well positioned for that. So in other words, keep this chart open somewhere so you can pay attention to it. If I'm looking at the hour, the move should be to the downside. So that is the structured move that we'd be looking for. So we've had this big move here. If that happens, we are looking for the bottom of the megaphone. Again, this is structure that is building in the middle of the megaphone. So same as in the middle of a range, middle of any consolidation pattern, it's confusion as to which way they need to go. And at the moment, just hovering like that on the moving averages, just below them, break retest of that range, you're looking for a move to the downside. If it gets wrong, you break the upside, want to wait for the retest. Retest is successful, then you move to the upside. The reason why you want to wait for the retest is it could just form another megaphone inside the megaphone. So break up and then come down, trigger your stops down to here, and then just keep doing this until it expands to the size of the bigger megaphone. So be patient, wait for the break of the structure and the retest before jumping in on that. That would probably be a London breakout strategy, to be honest. So you should get the range height trade first, and then you get the next setup brewing. Anyway, that's kind of my view for today. Hope it helps, and we will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.